I want to start off by saying a huge congratulations to you because Descendants 4 Rise of Red is coming out very soon on Disney Plus. I know this started in 2015 with Descendants, and obviously it's grown a huge and loyal fan base since then. And I know there's been a bit of controversy whether or not people have wanted this fourth one, but I know how much hard work has gone into this. So, what are you hoping that fans take from this as a whole?
Yeah, I know. I definitely get it. I mean, like, I'm a longtime fan of Descendants too. I remember like before it was ever even casted, filmed, premiered anything, like I saw the little listing that they had of it when I was like 8 or 9, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. Like, that's really cool. So, I totally understand that the love that people have for this franchise is much bigger than me and much bigger than us. But I hope that fans can just kind of watch this and accept it as a new story and know that us as a cast, we all constantly talk about how much we love the original three movies. And so, like, so much of the work we put in was just filled with love and wanting to make it the best that it could be.
Definitely. And you get the privilege of saying that you played a young Brandy and a young Brandy's iconic Cinderella. What was
Yeah.
like stepping into that role, but also creating this backstory for her? Did you get to talk with Brandy about the creation of this?
Yeah. I mean, like, it's crazy. I don't think my younger self would have ever guessed that. Well, I watched Rogers and Hammerstein Cinderella when I was little, that I would guess that I would get to play the younger version of a Brandy Cinderella. Um, but as far as like the process, I did get the chance to meet Brandy and talk to her, but unfortunately not about the role specifically. Ella was something that I really wanted to make my own just because there are so many versions of a Cinderella. And so this was really my chance to take something that already exists and I don't know, just like find kind of the bridge between a teenage Cinderella, where in this film she's more grounded in her situation. She's a bit more imperfect. She's a bit more human in this one. And so I really got to explore that. And then like kind of observing Brandy from afar in her Cinderella, I had a chance to be on set on a day that I wasn't working to kind of watch her and Paolo work together, which was really cool. And taking those notes of softness from her Cinderella and incorporating it into the kind of toughness of my Ella in the moments that I feel earned it. So
Yeah.
that was cool.
I mean, you're killing it. You're in the Disney universe now, but you're also in the Cinderella universe. So
Thank
you go,
you.
girl.
Thank
But
you.
I know you're also have experience on Broadway. What has that been like doing Broadway, but also doing filming for like movies? Do you find there's certain aspects of each that you prefer over the other?
Yeah. I think the one thing about Broadway that I love so much is that you get to tell the story every single day to a live audience. To me, there's just nothing that can replicate the feeling of having a live audience, like, and feeling the energy of each other in a room together. That's amazing. And also doing the story cohesively from beginning to end, front to back, and feeling the journeys. I think the challenge that can come with film is like you never know what's going to be first. So you kind of just got to drop in, tap in. And it's also much more vulnerable, in my opinion. That's a bit debatable, but in my opinion, it's a lot more vulnerable and intimate when it comes to film. And so that's definitely something that I was getting used to while doing this movie. But I definitely feel that doing Broadway prepared me for doing a movie musical because
Okay.
despite it not being live all the time, there's a bird. I don't know if you heard that. Um, he agrees. But despite it not being live, they like wanted us to sing for real so that like when the camera shot us, it didn't look lip sync. They were like, come on, you gotta use your lungs. And I was like, I've
You're
been
like, I
preparing for
got
this.
you. I can
I
do
got y'all.
this.
Don't worry about it, everybody.
So honestly, I love movie musicals, but I have to know, did you guys ever do karaoke? What was the go-to karaoke song if you did?
Oh, that's impossible. You know what? There was an instance where we all hung out at Dara's room in her hotel room and we were kind of just singing songs like on the TV. But honestly, I feel like every day on set was karaoke because
Fair
there's
enough.
so many of us that are singers and theater kids too. Like we love to sing. And so honestly, I think we all sang like Life is Sweeter together a
Okay.
million times from our movie. So
Fair
that's the
enough. Yep.
go-to.
Get that promo in.
Yeah, exactly. Shameless promo.
But I need to take a moment. You've had such a great career so far. What is something that you are most proud of yourself for, whether it's a role or something you've learned about yourself or along the way? Could you talk more about what you're proud of yourself for?
Oh, I love that question. First of all, thank you. Um, I think that role wise, I'm the most proud of myself for getting Descendants because it
Fair
was
enough.
just something that I loved so much. But I think just as a person, sometimes being in an industry, no matter where you're at in the industry, it can cause like a lot of self-doubt. Because you're not always guaranteed like validation or reassurance, and you really have to just like believe in yourself and push through. And there were honestly so many moments in the very, very beginning where I thought like it wasn't cut out for me and maybe I just wasn't good enough and stuff like that. And I just remember I always would come back to myself and be like, if you weren't good enough, you wouldn't be called to do this. This is something you've always wanted to do. This is something that you have done in every aspect of your life, and I know you can do it. And so it all paid off, and I'm just really proud of myself for being strong enough to do that.
Definitely. What advice would you give to your younger self looking now? The younger self that wanted to be in Descendants, now talking to this girl. What would you give her?
I would say to move fearlessly through life because that little child had so much anxiety. And, you know, a lot of it just anxiety isn't worth it in the end. Now, obviously, you can't really decide when we're going to be anxious or not. It doesn't matter, but we can decide how we move through it and what we do with it. And yeah, I would give that advice to my younger self and just anybody who struggles with that.
Fair enough. I feel you with the anxiety, girl.
Yes, and it's still ever present, but we survive.
We work with
We
it.
survive.
Yeah. If you could describe this whole experience in 3 words, what would they be and why?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I would say magical because we're in a fantasy land and it's Disney and we're all just like, how did this happen? Must have been magic. I would say, oh, what would I say? The way I'm trying to be all smart, I'm just gonna say what's coming to my mind. Colorful, because I just feel like the cast has such vibrant personalities and obviously it's visually stunning and vibrant as well. And I think the only word to use is the last one to be wicked. It was
Okay,
wicked.
you go, girl.
It was just so much fun, wickedness and fun.
Yeah, and I love that you brought up the theme of color because all the characters are so colorful with their outfits. What was the makeup and outfit process like for you every morning?
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. So Steven did my makeup and there was a couple people who did my hair, but I remember me and Steven, we were like this, okay? I would walk into my little trailer with my little ball cap on, like, hi, Steven, in the morning. And actually, you just reminded me that I took a video of the makeup process. So one day I will post that. But we were just, I don't know, we were yip yapping and talking our mess and our gossip and tea and always spilling it. And I don't know. It was so much fun. I always had breakfast there. I don't know. That's a little bit. I hope that made sense. But
What was
yeah,
the breakfast go-to?
I always got pancakes, which
Okay.
I don't really like pancakes that much, but those pancakes had the crispy edges.
Mm.
Yeah, whoever was catering that, I was like, thank you. These are really good pancakes.
Fair
But
enough.
yeah,
I mean, you're having fun at work, you're enjoying the food. What more can you ask for?
literally nothing else. Does it even work at this point? I was
For
just like,
real.
how am I getting paid for this? Yeah, no, it was amazing.
Yeah. Have you figured out what you're doing for the premiere look wise?
Oh my gosh. No, okay. I have some ideas, but something that's really interesting about the premiere is that it's also on my birthday. So
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I was thinking a little thing I might want to do, maybe. This isn't guaranteed, but I was thinking of maybe doing like a little crown, like a little tiara of some sort, because I'm like a nod to Princess Cinderella and also because it's my birthday. So,
As you
it
should.
has to be a little bit extra.
Yeah, 100%. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'll be stalking you on Instagram.
Do it. I'll find you.
Okay, I got you. I'll hype you up. But my last question for you, obviously, Descendants is a huge part of your life right now, but can you hint at or talk about any future projects you have coming up?
Yeah, so for the past, I want to say like over 6 months, almost a year, I've been working on a lot of music. Music is like my first love. That's how I got into stage performance, and then how I got into acting was through singing. And so I've made some really awesome songs that I can't wait to show people. And so that's just gonna be like the next phase of my life is just working on that, giving a little tease, some singles here and there, and then hopefully go on a tour.
Could we see a Rita Ora feature in your future?
Can we? Let's talk about it. Can
Let's
Brandy and Rita
let's
Ora?
manifest
We're gonna
this.
let's manifest. I can no, because manifesting, that's like a big part of my career so far. So
You do it.
yeah,
We're gonna come back to this interview in like a month or a year,
I
and
know.
you're gonna do it.
Thank you.
You're
We're
welcome.
calling it right now, right here, right now.
Yes,
You're the first
100%.
to know.
I expect to hop on another call with you when we have the release coming out.
Yes, let's do it.
100%. But congratulations on everything again, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.